Hello everyone, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with another Let's Play episode of Echo. So, the last time we left off, we had a very strange night terror, as I will call it. There's something haunting Chase's dreams in Echo, and perhaps something even haunting the town itself. Is it related to Leo? Is it related to their dead friend? Most likely. But anyway, guys, let's jump right into this and see how this mystery unfolds. Alright. Night. Alright. Leo leans forward and kisses me on the forehead before leaving me alone in the dark room. I lay back down on my side, trying again to remember what I had dreamed about. I was in the woods and something was after me. That's about all I can recall. In the woods. The warmth Leo left in the bed quickly has me drowsy again, and I'm about to drift off when something pokes me in the foot. I try to ignore it, but the thought of an insect of some kind has me reaching down to feel at it. It's hard and crackly, whatever it is, and when I pull it up, I find a dead leaf. Frowning, I pull back the sheets, and there, clinging to the fabric and fur on my feet, is dirt and leaves. Oh, no. That's not good. That is not good. Leo wakes me up early the next day, telling me he had to settle some stuff with his dad at the shop. I don't get much of a chance to ask why, or for how long, before he's out the door, yelling something about food being in the fridge. I immediately fall back asleep, though, and when I open my eyes again, it's 2 hours later. Leo texted me half an hour ago. Oh, that's cool. Nice animation. Still at Pop's shop, but be back soon. I think. I swallow back down the lump of dread in my throat as I remember the text messages. I didn't want to confront him, not one bit, but I can't just let it sit. Something has to be said before I leave. I lay around for another 20 minutes before grabbing my phone to browse a bit. That's when I realized I hadn't charged it last night. My battery's at just 25%. I groan and throw an arm over my eyes. One day left to do the project. I'm so far behind, though, that I'm not even feeling any anxiety about it at this point. Just resigned. I should have known better, really, that I wasn't going to get anything done with Leo around. I stare at the wall for a while longer before I force myself to sit up. No use lying around. I might not be making my best project, but it didn't mean I couldn't do a few things to make it less terrible. Food momentarily crosses my mind, but I shrug it off. I'd never been a breakfast person anyway. As soon as I leave the house, I notice things are a bit off. Firstly, it's dead quiet. Usually there is some kind of drone, whether it's the wind or a plane overhead. There's usually something. No sound of birds either, and those were always chirping in the morning. Am I gonna save it in case something pops out and gives me a spook? And does me a spook? I stand in the doorway for a bit, feeling a vague sense of tension, electricity in the air. Something building. I shake my head, feeling dizzy. That dream last night had fucked me up in all kinds of ways, so it's not surprising that it's probably still messing with me. I'll be glad to be gone from this place tomorrow. Some rustling next door draws my attention, and I see Kudzu, carrying a set of clippers, walk across his front yard. I open my mouth to say hi, but I hold back, feeling self-conscious. His brooding nature was a bit intimidating, and I don't know if he's the kind of person who expects a greeting or not. I'm not left to wonder long, though, because he spots me almost immediately and raises a hand. Morning. Oh, hey there. He grunts before setting his attention on a bush in front of him, sizing it up. I stand there, awkwardly, for a bit longer, wondering if that's the end of our exchange, but he speaks up again. Leo, take off! He nods his head at the empty driveway. Oh, yeah, earlier this morning. I walk down from the porch and walk over to the edge of Leo's lawn so it doesn't feel like we're yelling at each other. Said something about having to take care of business with his dad. I see. Kudzu stops trimming and looks up at me before smiling. You can come on my lawn. It's not like I have an electric fence or anything. Looking down, I see that I'm towing the edge of his immaculate lawn on Leo's side, looking like a little kid. I blush before stepping over to crunch along the tan-colored gravel he had set out. It's weird how nice it all is, especially compared to the shitty trailer sitting in the middle of it all. If he had an Adobe-style house, the place would be southwestern perfection. This all looks really nice. I guess gardening is your hobby? Heh, thanks. Kudzu snips at the bush rather aggressively. I like it. That's what I do most of the day. The raccoon moves to the side of the bush, examining it. It's peaceful. He gives the bush another snip before resting a hand on his hip while he lets the clippers dangle in the other. And it keeps you in shape. I can't argue with that. Although he's skinny, the muscles showed through the fur on his arms. He's probably the most in-shape guy I've seen in Echo. I realize I'm staring and quickly snap my eyes back to his, but he's already smirking. I worry he's about to point out that he's caught me, but instead he gestures at my camera bag with his clippers. Gonna do something for your project? Yeah, I need to get a bit more film before I leave tomorrow. The slender raccoon wipes his forehead with a forearm. Anything in particular? I think. Not really. Not really, just old stuff to show the town's age. Kudzu sticks the clippers in. Oh, excuse me, guys. Kudzu sticks the clippers into the ground, looking up as he seems to think. I know of a few things. You go to the old school? Yeah, I was headed there, actually. And then there's the ruins next to the lake. Yeah, was gonna wait for Leo to drive me there later today. Other than that, there's an old rusted pump up the road, but I don't know if that's actually from Echo's earlier days. Couldn't hurt to look. Where is it, exactly? Kudzu points over my shoulder, up the road. Down past Duke's house, right before the convenience store. It's kinda hidden back in some brush, but I can take you there. Oh, if it's no trouble. It's fine. I've got plenty of time to do this today. Well, alright, thanks. I shift the bag on my shoulder and stand to the side as Kudzu tosses the clippers beside the bush, then starts walking towards the road. I follow him quietly, again feeling awkward under his no-nonsense attitude. So you and Leo getting along? Yeah, we're having fun. My mind wanders back to the text messages and my stomach clenches. Good. He's been looking forward to this week for a while now. Wouldn't shut up about it last week. I'm somewhat surprised that it's Kudzu filling the silence between us. Not that I mind. He's pretty damn good at it for such a somber guy. Somber. I smile. Yeah, that's Leo. He really misses our old pack. Or does he? Kudzu huffs a laugh. Wolves. I agree. Wolves. As we walk, I can smell the heavy musk coming from the raccoon, mingled with his scent neutralizer, evidence of a hard day's work. There's something special about hanging out with another musky creature. It makes you less self-conscious. So I know you hate Peyton, but don't you have to go back there for work? Back in the day, had a job studying desert plants after college. Good times. That would definitely... Oh, why am I yawning? That would definitely put him a few steps above most everyone living in Echo, where a high school diploma is a rare thing. I'm a clerk in the town hall, so no, I'm pretty much always here. Always? Do you have a car? Sold it after I came here. Wow, don't you have to get out to shop for food? Sometimes. I grow and fish for what I can, and the convenience store is a surprisingly good produce section. But otherwise, Leo gives me rides once in a while. Ah, gotcha. Again, I'm curious about what exactly happened in Peyton. I'm going to be gone by tomorrow, and I don't find the question to be too intrusive, especially with all the information he's provided me so far. So, I don't want to be nosy. I let the statement hang for a moment, and Kudzu turns his head towards me. Then maybe you shouldn't ask? That stops me short, and I almost stop walking. I feel my face get warm even under the heat of the sun. I glance over at the raccoon, but his expression isn't accusatory or angry. It's just as neutral as it always is. It makes me wonder if this is just the raccoon's way of speaking. I already know how blunt he can be. I decide to trust what little I know about him and press forward. No? I ask it with the same straight face. Well, you should always ask yourself if asking something nosy is a good idea. No reason to do it if it's going to piss someone off needlessly. Ah. But before I can even consider, Kudzu goes on. Why am I yawning? Oh my god. Now, considering what we were just talking about, I can probably guess what you were going to ask. I can feel the embarrassment returning. Yeah? But before I answer it, I have a question for you. I shrink a little more into myself. Yeah? Why do you care? This question definitely catches me by surprise, and at first, I wonder if this is just Kudzu's way of telling me to shut up. But again, after looking at his face, I decide to just tell him the truth. I clear my throat. Well, I like you. You're a cool guy. It comes out rather lamely, but it is the truth. He has a demeanor of not really giving a fuck about what others think of him. It's like Flynn, except Kudzu doesn't seem like he was putting up a front at all. On top of that, he'd stepped in to stop a crowbar-wielding drug addict when he saw his friend in danger. Kudzu laughs, genuinely, and it's a bit startling. That's really the reason? I'm flustered again. Well, yeah. Fair enough, and I like you too. Leo is mostly right about you. What did Leo say about me? A lot of things, but you can't expect a wolf as love-smitten as he is to not exaggerate, can you? No, I guess not. I step on a particularly large rock and nearly lose my balance. Before I can even stumble, though, Kudzu's grasping my arm tightly, stopping me from running into him. Whoa, sorry, and thanks. This raccoon had damn fast reflexes. No problem. I start to walk again, but Kudzu doesn't move. I stop and glance at him, but he's looking up the road, not at me. I lost someone in Peyton. It takes me a moment to realize what he's talking about, but then I do. By a guy with a gun who didn't give a fuck. I swallow and don't say anything, looking down at the ground. Happened on the same street we lived on. Of course, I have no idea what to say and wait for Kudzu to go on, but he doesn't. When I look up, I see that he's looking right at me. I swallow. Yeah, that would make me want to move too. Yeah, people, there's less of them here. I'm sorry. Kudzu just looks back at me. Why? I open my mouth, but before I can say anything, Kudzu smiles. Kidding. I let my breath out in relief and laugh a little. Well, should we keep going? I make as if to walk up the road again, but Kudzu doesn't follow. When I look back, he nods at the brush on the side of the road. It's right in here. I wasn't expecting much, and I'm not disappointed as we come up on the pump. Mostly it's just a rusted piece of metal sticking out of the ground. Kudzu seems a bit put off by how lame it is himself. Smaller than I remember it being. Meh, it's something at least. I get a few shots out of it. I start unpacking the camera from the bag, a bit reluctant to do it for something so insignificant. How'd you find this thing anyway? I look towards the road, which is basically hidden by the dense brush in front of me. Needed to take a piss. I know my house is right there, but peeing outside is liberating. Ah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go do that. He pauses. I can do it in front of the pump if you'd like, for the effect. I force a laugh, wondering if this is the first time I've heard the raccoon make a joke. At least I hope it's a joke. My laughing turns to a groan, though, when I see the battery level. First my phone. Now this. Well, what's up? Kudzu asks from a bit deeper in the brush, facing away from me. My battery is low. Not gonna have enough for the school. I'll have to go back and grab a spare. No, well, why don't you finish the footage for the pump while I run back and grab you another battery? You sure? Well, yeah, it'll be faster. I've been in his house a few times. Where's it at? In a docket on his desk next to his computer. Alright, I'll be back. And with that, Kudzu jogs off out of the brush and back onto the road. Within a minute, I feel like I have all the footage I can get out of the pump. I sigh and rub my face, glad to at least be out of the sun, but annoyed that I've gotten so little footage for it. As I'm doing this, I hear what sounds like a gag behind me. I perk my ears and look back. I hear it again, but it's softer and more of a grunt this time. I'm almost positive that Kudzu didn't go that way, but I can't imagine who else it would be. Kudzu? I wonder if maybe the heat has gotten to him. I know how dangerous a heat stroke can be. Oh, man! That is crazy! How? How does my alarm keep going off during these frickin' cliffhangers? Guys, honestly, I'm not doing it on purpose. I wanted to make videos longer so that they wouldn't end on cliffhangers so frequently, but they seem to be ending on cliffhangers just as often. I don't know what to do. Ah, well, if it keeps you guys hooked. Yeah, no harm, no foul. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring out the notification bell until the next video. I love you all. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.